Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Anonymous. And here's her story. Hi, Ollie. I donated to the channel and happy to do so. You made me think and laugh and connect with other narc survivors through their stories. Please keep me anonymous as I am a writer and don't want the nasty PC police to make comments on Amazon or Facebook or Twitter. Political correctness is a cancer that silences speech, stifles creativity, punishes opinion, and yet rewards violence and anarchy. In case no one has noticed, there is a very real threat to free speech these days, mostly by corporations like Amazon who hide their true agendas. In 2012, Amazon bought the Washington Post and got a $600 million contract with the CIA to provide cloud service. It's not a coincidence that in that same year, Eric Holder's Justice Department prosecuted 5 book publishers on behalf of Amazon and essentially forced the publishers to settle for Amazon's unfair price gouging. This is not a conspiracy theory. Look it up. I would suggest an article published by Democracy Now! I could go on for hours about the societal damage of political correctness, but I'll spare everyone that depressing rant. Instead, I'd rather get into something that has puzzled me for some time. In the past year and a half, you've made 3 videos for me. I'm blanking on the titles, but the first one was about a narc school, and the others involved my ex-narc husband and his narc meltdowns through emails and in the parking lot of Chuck E. Cheese's. Unfortunately, I'm still dealing with that asshole. I remember the Chuck E. Cheese meltdown. The most recent lunacy started when he informed me he was picking up our granddaughter, who lives with me full-time, from school. I told him that he wasn't allowed to pick her up because he's drunk all the time and drives with a road scotch in a solo cup. Being a controlling narcissist, he didn't like that very much and sent me 16 texts in less than an hour. He's a 56-year-old grandfather, and his first text started with, "You are the most stupid fuck on the planet, bitch." And the last text ended with, "Phony fucking loser, shitty mother, pile of stinking chicken shit, butthole. You really fucked up this time, selfish, calculating snake. I promise you will be sorry you started this war, spineless douchebag." Could have been written by Meet Normus. If it was possible to go no contact with them, I would. I think it's wise of you not to engage with Meet Normus. I know it's tempting to hit back, and it can be highly entertaining sometimes. Believe me, I would love to hit back at the ex-husband and call him a whiny little bitch with mommy issues. But as I learned from you, Ollie, engaging with the narcissist is like offering your throat to a vampire. You get drained and they're happy because they got the supply they can live off for days. Narcissists are so predictable, even when their actions make no sense. When a normal person would have the sense to sit down and shut up, a narc doubles down and gets louder. You think that your father, who forged your name on a bank document, would try to disappear into the background. Instead, he risks landing in a shit ton of trouble just to antagonize you. It doesn't make sense to me. It does if you understand, if you're talking about societal narcissism, and it's funny you bring up the Washington Post because it kind of leads to, where we are today with societal narcissism. We're at a point where it doesn't matter what the narcissist does anymore. It doesn't matter what the proof is anymore. They will just lie to your face, and they will get caught in lie after admitted lie after lie, provable lie after lie after lie, and it's getting to a point where none of it matters. Where none of it matters because the society has just continued to being gaslighted over and over and over again. Look where we are with the Trump impeachment, saying he gave away intelligence about laptops to run. The laptop story has been in the media for months. Everybody's known about it. But the media just lies about this stuff. The whole Russian, what is the crime here? There's no crime in any of it. But the media continues to gaslight and then, as I've said, what is always the end stage of narcissism? Violence. That's when they start smashing Starbucks windows, throwing shit through banks. End stage of narcissism is violence. So it's funny how you're making this. You don't, it does make sense. If you understand, look at what Bezos, the Washington Post, where democracy dies in darkness, okay? And look at their tactics. Apply it to narcissism, and then you got your answer. The narcissist will just continue to gaslight. It comes to a point in societal narcissism where the truth no longer matters. Getting caught in a lie no longer matters, because even if they're caught today, tomorrow it's like, no, I didn't. No, you didn't. It doesn't matter. No, I didn't. And then the gaslight continues. And then the appeal for more flying monkeys joining in. And it's where everything gets frozen. So it does make sense if you understand that, why will the narcissist lie about anything? Because they can. Because society is being set up where if you gaslight good enough and you just deny the truth outright, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter as long as you can gaslight good enough. I never understood why a narcissist lies for no reason, and their actions take a completely counterintuitive turn. If my ex-husband wanted to go out to dinner, he would start the conversation with, "You never go out to dinner with me. You go out with everyone else, but never me." Why couldn't he have just said, "Hey, let's go out to dinner"? Okay, perfect example. Perfect of what I'm talking about with societal narcissism and how they throw this in your face. Those statements, and we all heard them, they assume an argument that you obviously have never had with him. You never go out to dinner assumes he's asked you to go out to dinner with him multiple times, and you say no, and you run out to your friends with your friends instead. Drops arguments on you like you're in the middle of an argument you never had. Much like Trump, they're looking for an impeachment for crimes that don't exist. It's like, wait. Nobody ever stops to say, well, is General Flynn talking to the ambassador a crime about? No, it's his job. Is lying to Pence about it a crime? No, it's not. None of these things that they keep trying to talk about in the media are crimes. But the media drops it through gaslighting and through narcissistic manipulation, where they drop this in the middle of a conversation. Like this has already been established to get to, and it hasn't. You understand? Much like you never go out to dinner with me, you go out with everyone else, assumes an argument that has led up to that point that has never freaking happened. You're assuming that the narcissist lies for no reason. Just because you don't understand the reason at the time doesn't mean they don't have a reason. There's always a reason to lie. Even though I've said my father will lie for the sport of it for no reason, there's always a reason behind it, whether or not I understand it at that point. And the bottom line is, the reason is always for their supply. Then if we did make plans to go out, he'd do one thing to ensure the night was ruined even before it began. About a half mile from the house, he'd start asking, "Are you sure you want to go to dinner?" Over and over and over. "Are you sure you want to go to dinner? Are you sure you want to go to dinner? Are you sure you want to go to dinner?" Until I get pissed off, and then he'd say, "Gee, I was just trying to be nice. You're so hard to please." Kind of like how the media keeps asking the same questions over and over and over and over again until somebody snaps and somebody steps out and the same. Are you seeing it now, Anonymous? Are you seeing it? How it's funny you bring up the societal narcissism and the tactics are the same. The individual tactics you are dealing with your ex are the same things that the media does to society, what the societal narcissists have been doing to us. Do you understand? After a while, I figured out why he waited until we were about a half mile from home before he started ruining the night. The further away from the house, the less likely it was that I'd insist he pull over so I could walk back home. But I still don't understand why he wanted to sit in the restaurant with a wife who wouldn't speak to him, rather than having a fun and nice conversation. When we'd get home, he'd expect to get laid. That wasn't going to happen. He doubled down and called me frigid, ensuring that he wasn't going to get laid. You think that a guy who wanted sex would be pleasant to his partner, at least until he got what he wanted. But no, it's retarded and ass backward, like him wanting to spend time with the granddaughter instead of promising not to drive drunk with her in the car. He calls me a pile of stinking chicken shit butthole and threatens war. Thanks, Ollie. Keep up what you do. I'm still laughing about the narcissist mother with herpes. What the fuck? Anonymous. Yeah, what the fuck? I would say he's picking fights just to keep you. He was keep picking fights. Either he had a girlfriend on the side and that was his way of rationalizing it, making it okay. Or I just think he's just the stinking pile of chicken shit butthole himself. And as long as you were miserable, he was happy. You know, and that's really, as long as you're miserable and unhappy, he's happy. And, you know, he follows the same tactics as societal narcissism. It's the same exact tactics. So you got to remember that the narcissist always has a reason to lie. Okay, whether or not you understand it or not. So thank you, Anonymous, for your contribution and another story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, you have a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype private video or a phone call or a Facebook chat, or you'd like to just sponsor a video for someone else or contribute to the channel, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. And if you're still unsure, wait for the final video link to pop up on this video. That'll take you to my instructional video, which will walk you through all of that. Please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance. Bye.